of a clearance price. Here's one that's actually going to save you $62 from the QVC price, but if you were to search for this elsewhere, you would be paying upwards of $239.99. So we've got $120 less than that here today on an easy payment of simply just $30. That sound that you hear, I'm going to stop talking for a second, which I'm going to be honest is very hard for me to do because I talk a lot, but let me just stop for a second so you could take in this sound. Honestly, I feel like for the next 10 minutes, all we got to do is just listen to that, and that would make everybody super happy, and it's a super zen type of feeling that you get when you're listening to that trickling water. What does it make you think of? For me, it's when you're walking into that luxurious hotel, when you're going into the spa, you always hear the sound of that running water, and it's because it is so relaxing. But now you don't need to pay that premium price to go to that hotel, to go to that resort, to go to that spa. Instead, you can make your backyard, your front yard, maybe this is something that you're gonna have inside, it instantly becomes an oasis. And I will tell you that from personal experience, this exact fountain, I have it in a different color and I'll show you which one I have at home, is set up on my front patio. I bought it last May and it's the best thing that I've ever purchased for my front yard because beforehand, we never used to sit on our patio. Now it's our routine that when I come home from work, when Nick comes back, we will either go for a walk or a run outside, and then we end our night just relaxing on the patio and literally waving to the neighbors as they walk by as we're listening to the sounds of our Bernini fountain. But let me show you that this is a 5-in-1. So not only are you going to get it right here with that big bowl that's going to have the fountain on the inside, the base of this can open up and become planters as well. So if you're gonna use it tabletop, you're going to get extra planters to it. However, you can set it up so that you're going to have this in a tall fountain that's going to be a total height of 31.5 inches. Let me show you your color options that you have to choose from. We have sold out of 3 of them, but we do have 3 that remain. Right here is the gray. This is the one that's at my house. So this is the one that you'll find in my front yard on my patio. Right here in the center, this one's called bronze. And then it's more like a brown, but it's called bronze. And then this is alabaster. The alabaster to me looks like that white marble. It was definitely made to look like that luxurious stone for sure. Notice as well that every single one of them has a different water feature to it. And oh, by the way, you get all of them. So you're gonna get the tips included that will help to recreate all of those different water features. So we really love that. On an easy payment, it's just $30 a month for the next 4 months. So do take advantage of our $62 savings today from our QVC price and bring it home because when on this clearance price, when it's gone, it's gone. 3 colors are already out the door, but we do have 3 that still remain. Well, to help me walk through the entire presentation, Kevin Riley, my good buddy, is gonna be here with us. And you're gonna see Kevin quite a bit because he's here with a couple of items from Bernini. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, Justin.
Okay, so you know that I'm a fan of this, that I have this at home, and while I know how easy this setup is, can you explain to everybody, when they get this at home, what's the out-of-the-box experience?
So when you get this home, guys, you don't need any tools. All these pieces screw in together, and you don't need you don't need to hire an electrician, you don't need to call the plumber, you just need 4 D batteries and you're ready to go.
And that's it. And those 4 D batteries that we're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have, if we put it on the 1-hour timer, we're talking 200 days of continuous use.
200 days, an entire summer. So if you set it up you set it up as soon as you get home, and it's going to last you until fall.
That's fantastic. Now the timer setting that's on here, how do we go through and turn it on, off, set the timer?
So you have 2 buttons actually. You have an A and a B, and if you can go through your directions. It's as simple as holding the B button down for a certain amount of time, and that'll allow you to either set it for 6 hours, for every 12 hours, for it to turn off. But A, the A button will just keep it on continuously. But it gives you so many different fun ways to kind of customize it. Not only to get the 5-in-1 fountain and all these cool, you can do a tabletop, but you can customize how often it goes off too. You can have it so as soon as you come home, it goes off as soon as you're walking in the door.
This is not a bad thing to have waiting for you when you get home, especially think about if it's a really stressful day, the office has been crazy, and all you need to do is go home and relax. This is certainly the way for you to be able to do so. You can turn any part of your house into that little oasis, to be able to take any part of your home, whether it's your front yard or your backyard, and to be able to make it into that little dream area. I was so excited when I got my Bernini fountain at home last year, and I couldn't wait to set it up. And then what I realized was we never used our front patio because we just didn't fully enjoy it. Like
Sure.
it was just there. It wasn't something that we became crazy about. Like we walked by it every single day, but we never really sat out there. But then we introduced this, and you have that trickling water, and you make it so welcoming, and you make it so inviting that I am telling you from personal experience here, you are going to see that wherever you set this up in your house, you're going to want to be there every single day. Indoor and outdoor though, right?
Indoor, outdoor. And back to what you said about the sound, that is something we don't really think about. We know it's beautiful. It looks great in our garden. It's such an easy way to kind of upgrade a boring garden or even a better garden and make it better. But John and Jack, they work on the sound. Like they went through so many different, like until they got the right sound, and you're right, it's relaxing, it's serene. It's great in the morning when you're having that cup of coffee, or it's great when you come home, when you're done with that walk with the dog. It's just, anything can look good, but if it can sound good, that just takes it to the next level.
I feel like I'm 3 years old because all I want to do, and I'm going to totally do, is just put my hand in the water. I'm like, I just want to go right up to the fountain. I feel like I always do that when you see a fountain out in the mall or something. And when you had maybe dreamed about having that running water at your house, you would think that, all right, well, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to have to run the electric line over to it, and then I'm going to have to run plumbing over to it, and it's going to be this big structure that if I move, it's going to have to stay there. That's not the case though with this, right?
No, and back to when you do put those big fountains in the ground that do need the plumbers, do need the electricians, like you said, it's out there, it's staying out there, it's too heavy. You're not going to be able to move this by yourself. This is light enough, empty, that anyone can really, it's less than 30 pounds, guys. So it allows you to bring it indoors during the winter, or if you're in a warmer place, you can keep it out in the winter as well. But it's light enough and maneuverable enough. If you're having a party and you want to spicing things up, bring it in. Like, and people are going to think it's beautiful. It's a great centerpiece.
If I had this as the centerpiece of my table, people would think that I'm living the life of luxury.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what? You can live the life of luxury by bringing this home, but luxury doesn't have to cost that luxurious price tag. Instead, it's just an easy payment of $30. Now, there's 3 choices that are left for you to choose from because the other 3 that we had, they're gone. And because this is a clearance price, that means when it's gone, it's gone. So if you like it here in the gray, which is the one that I have at home, head on over to your phones, 1-800-500-7590 to place your order. We also have it in the bronze. That's the most popular one in our show. I feel like that's a classic. I love here what that little tip looks like. Keep in mind, every time you see the fountain with the different tips, you're getting all of them. You can choose and change it up however which way you want. While we're on that, can you show us really quick how you do it?
Absolutely. So guys, it literally just slides on and off, and we're going to put on the umbrella one, or the shower one. This one's a little bit more exciting.
So it has a different look to it as you're using it, and you just simply twist it on and off, and that is it. Then we also have it in the alabaster as well. And that alabaster is almost like a white marble. Now this was created, the material, to be able to look like a stone. It's not though. What is the material that's here, and is it good for all weather?
So it is. So it's John and Jack from Yicer. They took a while. We wanted to find a material that's durable, light, and also looks like stone. When you're far away, it looks like stone. Even when you get up to it, it looks like stone.
Oh, it feels like it. It's rigid on the side. It's got this great texture like stone.
Oh, absolutely. And it's durable. It can be dropped, and it's not going to shatter like a good concrete one. It's lightweight, and like you said, when you get it home, there's no tools, guys. It's just everything screws together. John and Jack, I think they have the record right now. I think they put together a fountain in about 30 seconds on air here.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So that's the easiest part. It's no plumber, no electrician, just 4 D-cell batteries, and you two can spicing up your garden and make it more beautiful.
And you can spice up your garden for a clearance price of $119.99. That is $62 off of the QVC price today. So take the huge savings. Just decide what color you want it in. Is it the alabaster, the bronze, or the gray? Remember, it's a 5-in-1, so not only do you have that water fountain feature up top, but if you are just using it tabletop, you can break up the smaller parts below the stand that you see, and you can use it as a flower pot. And so I really love that we're giving you so much versatility in a fountain that has no wires, no plumbing. In fact, it's just 4D batteries that you use to be able to get this up and running